When a man begins semen retention, one of the first visible shifts happens in his face. His eyes sharpen. His skin looks clearer. His expressions become calmer and more composed. This isn't magic, it's the external reflection of internal regulation. The face always reveals what the nervous system is doing beneath the surface. Your face is directly connected to your hormonal balance. Excessive ejaculation repeatedly spikes dopamine and prolactin, creating hormonal volatility. Semen retention stabilizes this cycle. As dopamine sensitivity resets, cortisol lowers, and testosterone signaling improves, the body moves into a more balanced, anabolic state, and the face reflects that balance. Chronic overstimulation stresses the nervous system. Stress tightens facial muscles, dulls the eyes, and drains expression. Retention reduces this constant stimulation loop. As the parasympathetic nervous system activates more frequently, facial tension releases, blood flow improves, and the face begins to look more relaxed yet alert. Your skin is one of the most energy-demanding organs in the body. When energy is constantly drained, the skin is one of the first places where depletion shows. Semen retention conserves metabolic resources. That conserved energy is redirected towards cellular repair, circulation, and regeneration, producing a healthier, brighter complexion. Retention also sharpens sleep quality over time. Deeper sleep improves growth hormone release, which plays a critical role in skin repair and facial recovery. Men practicing retention often notice fewer dark circles, more even tone, and a rested appearance, not because they chase skincare routines, but because the body finally recovers properly. There is also a behavioral shift. Retention strengthens posture, breathing, and facial control. The man stops fidgeting, stops leaking nervous energy, stops overexpressing. His face becomes still, composed, and intentional. That stillness itself is perceived as confidence, and confidence always looks attractive. Eye clarity is another key change. When dopamine sensitivity is restored, the eyes regain focus and depth. Instead of scattered attention, the gaze becomes grounded and present. This is why people say a man on retention looks different. His eyes are no longer restless, they are centered. Inflammation is a silent enemy of facial appearance. Poor habits increase systemic inflammation, which dulls skin and accelerates aging. Retention supports cleaner routines overall, better diet choices, more movement, improved discipline, all of which reduce inflammation and enhance facial vitality naturally. There's also a psychological component. When a man keeps his word to himself, self-respect increases. That self-respect subtly reshapes facial expression. The jaw sets firmer. The brow relaxes. The face reflects inner alignment. People don't just see skin, they sense integrity. Over time, this creates what people call a glow, but it's not superficial shine. It's coherence. Hormones, nervous system, behavior, and mindset begin working together instead of fighting each other. The face becomes the mirror of internal order, calm, stable, and alive. This is why no product can replicate it. Creams treat surfaces. Retention corrects systems. When the system is right, the face follows. You don't force brightness, you remove what drains it. Your seed is not just reproductive material. It represents biological investment. When you stop wasting it, your body reallocates that investment toward strength, clarity, and presence. And the first place the world notices that shift is your face. Another overlooked factor is vascular health. Semen retention often leads men to unconsciously adopt healthier rhythms, better hydration, deeper breathing, improved posture. These changes enhance blood circulation, especially to the face. Improved microcirculation delivers oxygen and nutrients more efficiently, giving the skin a naturally fuller, healthier appearance. Facial brightness is not about softness, it's about vitality. When your internal systems are regulated, your face reflects alert calmness rather than fatigue. The muscles around the eyes relax, the jaw becomes defined, and expressions carry intention instead of strain. This is the face of a man whose energy is not leaking. Retention also reduces impulsive behaviors that age the face prematurely: late nights, poor sleep cycles, excessive screen stimulation. Over time, the absence of constant dopamine chasing allows the nervous system to slow down. That slowdown restores facial symmetry and emotional neutrality, which humans subconsciously read as attractiveness. There is a reason monks, disciplined athletes, and highly focused men often share similar facial qualities: clarity, steadiness, presence. Semen retention aligns you closer to that archetype. The face stops reacting to every impulse and begins responding only when necessary. Your facial expression is controlled by emotional regulation. When desire no longer controls you, your emotions stabilize. This emotional regulation softens unnecessary tension while strengthening intentional expression. The face becomes calm but firm, never blank, never needy. Over time, retention strengthens self-awareness. A man becomes conscious of his habits, posture, breathing, and facial tension. This awareness alone improves facial composure. He learns when to relax his face and when to hold presence. This mastery shows instantly. People often mistake this change for confidence alone, but it's deeper. It's congruence. Your internal discipline matches your external expression. The face no longer contradicts the man's intent. That alignment is rare, and deeply noticeable. The brightness people see is not shine, it's clarity. There is less confusion, less overstimulation, less internal noise. When the mind is quiet, the face becomes readable. Humans trust what they can read clearly. Retention also improves endocrine efficiency. Balanced testosterone signaling supports skin elasticity, muscle tone, and facial structure. While genetics set the foundation, hormonal balance determines how well that foundation is expressed. Another subtle shift happens in facial timing. Reactions slow down. Micro-expressions become controlled. The man no longer telegraphs insecurity through his face. This control creates authority without aggression. When a man stops chasing pleasure, his nervous system stops living in anticipation. This removes constant facial tension caused by expectation and frustration. The result is a neutral baseline, calm, grounded, and magnetic. Retention also sharpens focus. Focus affects how the eyes move, where they rest, and how long they hold contact. A focused gaze signals certainty. That certainty gives the face weight and gravity. Over months, this compounds. The face becomes a signal, not of excitement, but of stability. People feel safe around stability. They respect it. They gravitate toward it. This is why men on retention often report strangers treating them differently. It's not imagination. Humans are biologically tuned to read signs of self-control and internal order. Your face communicates that before you speak. Brightness also comes from reduced internal conflict. When actions align with values, psychological friction decreases. Less friction means less stress. Less stress means a calmer, healthier face. Retention teaches patience. Patience changes facial rhythm. Movements become deliberate. Expressions become purposeful. This slowness reads as maturity. You stop wearing your impulses on your face. Instead, your face becomes a shield, calm on the surface, powerful underneath. This contrast is what people describe as aura. Ultimately, your face brightens because your life becomes organized. Energy stops scattering. Discipline replaces chaos. When your internal world is ordered, the external reflection cannot help but follow. This is not about looking younger, it's about looking centered. Centered men age differently. They carry time with dignity rather than depletion. Your seed is potential. When preserved, that potential feeds every system in your body. The face simply becomes the most visible receipt of that investment. As this transformation deepens, you'll notice your face no longer seeks validation. There is no unconscious tightening, no forced expressions, no need to perform. Your features settle into their natural state, relaxed yet alert. This neutrality is powerful because it signals self-sufficiency. People instinctively trust men who don't need approval. What you're really witnessing is the return of biological integrity. When energy is conserved instead of wasted, the body reallocates resources intelligently. Skin repair improves, inflammation decreases, and facial muscles regain tone. This isn't cosmetic, it's systemic. Your face becomes evidence of internal order. Over time, your presence stops asking and starts commanding. Without raising your voice, without exaggeration, without force. The brightness in your face is simply clarity of direction. You know where your energy goes, and so does everyone who looks at you. That clarity is rare in a distracted world. Now I want to hear from you. If you've noticed changes in your face, eyes, or presence during retention, or if you're just beginning this path, comment below what shifts you've experienced or what you're aiming to build. Your insight strengthens the brotherhood, and your discipline may be the signal another man needs to rise.